What's better than a period drama romance? One that starts with pure hatred. From icy glares to burning passion, these couples prove that the fiercest love often blossoms from the deepest loathing. Let's dive into these classics. Story of Kunning Palace. This drama traces the intricate bonds of love and vengeance between the female protagonist Jiang Xuning by Bailo and 3 main leads following her rebirth. Yet across 3 turbulent lifetimes, none of her relationships found an easy beginning. Her hatred for Xi Wei by Jiang Longhe, for instance, was fundamentally a deep-seated fear. She knew all too well how he had been in her past life, a devilish mastermind who controlled everything with merciless precision, and in this new life, she remained haunted by his shadow. That fear reached its peak when he imprisoned her in a secret chamber, interrogating her with near madness in his pursuit of the truth. It was in that very room, however, that animosity began its turn toward love. As Xi Wei faced her, wounded and coughing blood, Jiang Xuning did something he should never expected. Instead of fighting back or fleeing, she leaned forward and, like a creature tending to its own, softly licked blood from his wrist. In that fragile moment, suspicion gave way to a raw, instinctive tenderness. To Xi Wei, a man who had never known genuine kindness, this single act broke through a lifetime of defenses. For Jiang Xuning, it was the first time she released her terror and reached towards understanding, even soothing the man who had caused her so much pain. The wall of hatred, built over lifetimes, dissolved into shared compassion. And in the space between absolute control and total surrender, love found its twisted yet unbreakable form. Love between fairy and devil. By a twist of fate, Xiao Lanhua by Esther Yu Xushen accidentally revived Dongfang Xinkang by Wang Hedi from his imprisonment within a tower, tethering their destinies together through a curse. His initial plan was cold and simple, to break his seal by sacrificing her. However, as their paths remained intertwined, her innate kindness and genuine innocence began to soften his resolve. Against all odds, he found himself falling for the very spirit creature whose people he had once destroyed. The relationship unfolds with complex emotional tension, a deep connection tangled in constant friction or fear. In the heavenly realm, Dongfang Xinkang, initially detached and unfamiliar with mortal emotions, treated Xiao Lanhua with icy indifference. Since kissing was the only way to reverse their soul swap, he would lower his head without hesitation and kiss her whenever a switch was needed. Obviously, there was no tenderness in the act. To him, Xiao Lanhua was little more than a tool. What appeared to be kiss held no romance, it was merely an overbearing, one-sided demand. Yet unbeknownst to either one of them, emotion had already begun to quietly take root. On their wedding night, under the sway of deception, Xiao Lanhua nearly poisoned Dongfang Xinkang's wine. Though he entrusted her completely, she hesitated at the last moment and held back. Unbeknownst to her, however, the real poison was concealed within her own bridal headdress. In a moment of crisis, she tried to push Dongfang Xinkang to safety, but he refused to abandon her. Risking his life to save hers, he ended up poisoning himself. Through this trial, however, their bond emerged stronger than ever. Eventually, love melts every piece of hate between. The Prisoner of Beauty. Years ago, the Qiao family was responsible for the deaths of Wei Xiao's father and brother. However, since risen to become a powerful leader, Wei Xiao by Wang Yuning proposes a political marriage to the Xiao family to secure stability for his people. Xiao Qiao by Song Zuo is thus forced to become his bride. Fully aware that she is merely a pawn in his strategic game, she navigates life in the Wei household with extreme caution. Through countless trials and shared dangers, the two find themselves unexpectedly drawn to one another. Yet the old grievances between their families continue to loom between them. Unlike the sweet and direct romances often seen in historical idol dramas, their relationship is thorny and complex from the very beginning. Each interaction is laden with suspicion and concealed hostility. The bride, looking innocent and weak, serves tea with nails secretly tipped with deadly poison. The groom, elegant and refined, gently points out, "Your lipstick is smudged, my lady," while discreetly strangling her. Untrust was everywhere in their daily lives, even as Chao helped Wei undress, her hands subtly searching his waist for hidden weapons. One revealing moment occurs when Wei discovers that the substance Chao added to his medicine wasn't poison, but a harmless sedative. The involuntary twitch at the corner of his mouth, quickly suppressed, speaks volumes more than any straightforward confession of love ever could. Especially that iconic kiss scene where Wei forcefully grabs Xiao Qiao and kisses her passionately. The beautifully intense moment set the entire internet buzz, truly living up to the saying, the deeper the hatred, the fiercer the love. The drama masterfully plants romance in the treacherous ground, letting audiences experience love disguised by heart-pounding tension. Compared to simplistic love stories, this complex dance of conflicts with the yearning to love makes for a far more captivating and emotionally resonant tale. Fated Hearts. This drama tells the inspiring story of Fu Yixiao, an archer of Qinxue Kingdom, and Feng Suige, a crown prince whose paths collide with the twist of fate. Thrown together, they must unravel a web of conspiracies threatening their nations. What begins as a relationship of mutual convenience slowly transforms into one of genuine affection, a true journey of a mutual rush towards one another. The chemistry between two leads, Cheng Juan and Li Qian, is not that electric initially. We see them constantly bickering, where even a single glare could convey bone-chilling hatred. But the drama meticulously captures every subtle shift in their dynamic. In one scene, a drunken Fu dances with her sword, completely unaware of Feng Suige's tender, adoring gaze. In another, when he is buried alive, she desperately claws at the earth with her bare hands, her raw scream, "Feng Suige, how dare you die?" vividly blurring the line between love and agony. Their first meeting set a different stage though. Her arrow was aimed directly at his heart. She was an assassin forged by a blood-soaked vendetta. He, a prince entangled in a ruthless power struggle. Over 12 masterful episodes, they engage in a deadly tango, each step a clash of steel and wheels. He would feign weakness to test her loyalties. She would drink poisoned wine to earn his trust. In this dangerous game of kill or be killed, every life or death gamble became a potent catalyst for the feelings. It's in the moments like Fu Yixiao braving a stormy night to find medicine for a feverish Feng Suige, or Feng Suige walking unknowingly into a trap to save her, that the audience realizes a profound truth. The most guarded hearts often hide the deepest affections. The passion was undeniable from the start. In the hallway, Feng Suige pressed Fu Yixiao against the wall, kissing her deeply. The kiss continued onto the bed, where he ripped the corner of her gown, bearing a hint of her collarbone, a relentless 37-second sequence that left nothing to the imagination. Then comes to the best surprise, the story takes its most heart-wrenching turn when Fu Yixiao discovers that Feng Suige's father is the man who slaughtered her family, just as he uncovers her original motive for getting close to him. Their confrontation in the dungeon is legendary, her eyes glistening with tears, yet curving into a smile as she whispers, "If you seek revenge, my life has long been yours." Met by his trembling hands as he releases her chains, rendering their love and hatred utterly suffocating. Till the End of the Moon. This story follows the ill-fated Tentai Jin by Lu Yunxi and Li Susu by Bai Lu as they untangle a web of past lives through a relationship defined by both fierce conflict and fierce passion. In one of these lives, as the war god Mingye, who married the mermaid princess Sanju out of a sense of duty. For a long time, their marriage was one of respectful distance, with little warmth or communication between them, yet beneath his aloof exterior, Mingye's fondness for her began to grow. When he once caught her sneaking immortal fruits, he maintained a stern demeanor, but the sight of her trying to greedily carry off a whole pile with one already in her mouth made him secretly smile with affection after she turned away. After Sanji lost her immortal marrow, her power waned, and she was forced to train relentlessly. Noticing her struggles, Mingye took it upon himself to instruct her. For Sanji, it was their first moment of real closeness, and she was so captivated by his presence that she could barely focus on his lessons. Ironically, while his teachings had little effect on her skills, it was Mingye himself who was ultimately flustered. Unable to withstand her bright, adoring gaze, the formidable war god was the one who shyly ran away. What a great sign that love is already there, piercing the thick shell of indifference. Any other enemy lover C-dramas that we must absolutely add to our list? Share with us in the comment section below. Remember to give our video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you in the next video.